Thank you. Welcome to my channel. This is Right Brain Affairs Part 2, Faux Fur. Here's our supply list. I'm Taylor. We're going to be making faux fur braids and bangs and bushy hair. Here we go. We're going to take the fur on the back with a really sharp razor, cut just the backing and leave the front hairs alone. We're taking, 2.5 inches, maybe just 2 inches, and we're slitting it down the center. We're going to leave a teeny bit up top because we're going to put a different kind of fur in there. And so we get a little different color. You don't have to do that, but I have fun with it. Okay, now, as I slit it open, we want to brush it out a lot. Make sure you get rid of the hairs that are going to fly into your face. This is where I'm measuring. The middle strand will be approximately the same, and we need 2 of them. I put mine in the center, gluing it on up on top, and we're going to braid it. Hairspray. And I do that because moisture, anything wet, like water, would saturate it. Hairspray holds it down long enough to let you braid it. You gotta really concentrate on keeping those little hairs in and making sure the back doesn't show. I have really long hair, so I'm used to braiding difficult hair. I want to take a moment to especially thank my dear brother who has been encouraging me and behind me in these videos while I break this creative art block. Couldn't have done any of it without you. Thank you. I love you. I'm going to tie it off with a little elastic band from the dollar store, and then later I'll add something decorative. I'm going to apply some tape here so you can see ways of holding the hair down so you can braid it easier. Fast forwarding. This one is a gnome using simple braids in front. So I have to compensate for that. We have to cover the tabs in back with a hat. Here we go, bangs. Now I especially turn the bangs upside down. More on that later. This next part is all about making the exact kind of braid that works really well on ears and showing you a little bit more about bangs. This braid is also 3 tones though, 3 colors, pretty much the same, except the really blonde one or yellow one is super difficult to get to lay down. It likes to be spiky. That's okay, for me. Okay, gluing it up on here, right there at the ear where the last strand is separated. And taking the strands that lay next to the ear, the orange one and the yellow one, and gluing them down on the tab. That will be where the braid starts. You can do it like just braiding it, but then you have to get in there and separate it with the ear. This is a smaller gnome body, dollar store sock. You can do it all the same color, you can do whatever. You can find a new way that's better. We're going to do essentially the same thing, nothing different, lots of spray there. So Cameron, if you're totally bored now, sorry, it's a tutorial. And then when I'm all done with the braid, I go through and glue it where I want it. And make sure to brush it out so you can keep your strands separate. Spray it, maybe brush it again. Get your fingers in there. Into my little box of bangs. She sure liked having messy hair. In the end, I went ahead and added the blonde in 2 layers. Lots of bangs. decide on the same orange or similar. Cut it to the size I want over the nose. And there's a whole thing about tucking it into the nose. It's on backwards. And then you flip the front up and shove that down too. And here she is. Yay! Back to our first lady with two single braids in front. All from the dollar store. Oh, these are dryer sheets. Dryer sheets that you use, and you always wonder, what can I do with this? And they're great for stuffing. You don't have to use paper towels, and they're a little softer, and they still smell good. We're stuffing her hat. Getting a little movement in there. I picked a really stretchy dollar store hat to pull it down behind her ear where her tab is. And making sure we have enough sock to do that. We want to really glue that tab so that the hat can stay right there and hold on to it. You want to glue it back there and hold it down for a long time. You're going to do the same with the front right there, the tab. Glue down the backing of the braid for a long time. Okay, you've got the backing down, and you're going to make sure over here you've got enough room to put an arm in if you want. She's got her hat on. Next, we're doing part 3, bushy hair. This gnome is already done. So this little gal we're going to use as an example. This one has her long locks already attached. And what I've done is put it all around like I showed you before. And we're going to go into this little guy and we're going to close them up, the backing up, so she can wear her hair out and long. So I'm coming down. My dog, you might have heard her. Actually, she's a goodie, a T-R-E-A-T. Okay. And then you can belly. And sometimes you get like strange little straggle backings, squared, take it off. So that should have glued shut. It's not hot yet, it's really the... No! I'm working. It'll be good. Okay. We're back. Okay, so I'm showing you the single closing so you don't have backing exposed. And then we're going to try the tri-fold. See on one edge, and then you carefully close it up. And then you do the second edge, and you carefully close it up. So you have what I call a tri-fold. I don't know if that's mathematically correct. And then you sort of brush it out. I just use my fingers here. And it's a hair. Next is bangs and a hat. Okay, here they are. They're complete. We've got our bushy hair girls. Doing a fashion show for you. They're embellished and hatted. And then we've got our regular braided people. I want to thank you for watching this. Please subscribe so you see what's next. Right Brain Affairs.